bent to grow. I don't know about you. Correct. Stay on the grind like a skateboard do. Correct. Feel the breeze, 100 AC cool. Stay on the grind, gotta get this money. Known that the fool, never been a dummy. Al in the tube, wrap the blunt like a mummy. Californication, every day a different honey. Swimming in the money like a nice piece of strange. Mommies blow up the kid like Diana and Wayne. You know the name, just remember one thing.
Hey, welcome back to the In Perspective Sports Show. It's your man's Dad Roger Corden in the building. Y'all know what it is. We back. It's been a minute. It's been a hiatus. But you know I had to call the old dogs. And you know to my right I got that one big dude. You know what they call him, Dusty Rose in the back. Mr. Johnny Surratt in the building. What's good, Khalil?
Everything. It's been a minute.
Yes, sir. You know that other cat over here, tell my laugh. The one, the controversial, the nigga that brings it the most. Ghost. Lonnie Everson, what up with you?
What's up? Good to see y'all. Yes,
sir. Good to see you too, man.
Mr. Surratt, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna get y'all ass kicked, though.
No, sir. But look, before we start, put your phones on vibrate. That's what I need to do right now.
What if my agent calls?
I gotta tell him he ain't
I gotta pick up that.
He ain't talking about nothing anyway. But look, before we get started, Black Friday, we're having a comedy show. 128 West Union Street at Menage Fashion. Bring y'all asses out, fuck with us. Hosting right there. We on the other shit now, you know what I'm saying? We keep it moving. Anyway, question. Now y'all know that Collin Kapernick had the opportunity of whatever. I think Jay-Z had his hand something to do with it. They set up a Saturday tryout, which is usually on a Tuesday. They said that they changed the paperwork as far as the insurance and whatnot, liabilities and shit, which is why they say that Collin Kaepernick's camp decided to go and do it 60 miles away. My question is to the panel, do y'all think that he should have did the workout there where the NFL wanted to see him work out? Because only 8 teams ended up seeing him work out. Think he should have stayed there at the Atlanta Falcons facility?
Absolutely. I think that the opportunity was put in front of him so that he could stop getting in his own way. And I think that the move that he pulled was just a stunt that's, I don't think that they're able to really evaluate his talent on the terms that he's putting out there. It's kind of a cat and mouse game. And like I said, I think he's getting in his own way with that move right there.
But they, even though they changed the paperwork and whatnot, wanting to sign something that was a little different than what everyone else signs, you still say, so what? Go ahead and get out there.
Yeah, put your talent on display. There's supposed to be 25 teams there. And I think that he's talked, and, you know, when it came time to perform, and I think that he pretty much put everybody. Nobody wants to deal with a problem, and he just keeps on making himself a problem. I just think this was one of those times that he was just supposed to go with the flow and make things happen so that he could get himself back into the situation to make himself more relevant. I think this was a move that kind of made him less relevant, less trustworthy, and I think the league put themselves on the line by giving him the opportunity. I mean, you can look at it many different ways, but I was ready to see him go out, perform, show the 25 teams, one of y'all going to make a move, and I'm ready to see him get out on the field. But I feel like he put himself in a compromising position where teams are just like,
But the thing is that he felt like they put him in a compromising position. They gave him like 48 hours to get there, you know what I'm saying, on a Saturday.
I mean, he had a week. He knew how long and what he needed to do. It's just he's the one who gave them 60 an hour, 2 hours before, you know, he made the venue move. Like I said, I just think he stepped in front of his own progress. I think that was the whole thing. Can we even trust the dude? And one more time, you're asking the guys to give you a job, and then you're making these moves. I just don't think he's trustworthy.
Pete, I have to agree with him.
Really?
Look, we all older. Let's keep this shit funky. You go to your job. You say, I'm going to be a nigga today, boss. I ain't standing up.
Right.
Cool. Keep going on. You do it over and over and over. Your boss fire you off your job. Your boss pays you unemployment. They gave this nigga $10 million to say, he's smart. You're not coming back and getting no damn job. They made it. Listen, they pretty much had a grief. Paid him in grief. He said, well, him and his lawyer said, we'll take that money and leave y'all alone. Mm-hmm. What he should have said was, no, I don't want the money. I want a job. He took that $10 million from the NFL.
That was because of the
hush money
collusion.
But they didn't have to give him a damn thing.
Well,
we're broke. You know how much $10 million
they
is?
settled,
Pete.
But they settled. They could have went to court and fought it.
Who?
The NFL.
Look, dude.
That was
listen, I try to put this. We understand this, but I try to put this in regular employment terms. You don't get fired from your job and get to come back every day and say, "Let me get a job again." It don't work like that. This is the reality. He's not getting back in the NFL. Look, he made a great stance. I am with him. I like what he did, but for every great thing you do, it's a sacrifice.
Right.
Okay, dude. Now I'm questioning his motives. Like, what are you doing? And you know, it's like he won't be media. I mean, dude. Number one, no offense, but you should cut your hair off.
What,
dude?
Come on, what you talking about?
Are you serious? Let me put this in layman terms. Y'all not dumb or nothing.
Come on.
Okay, let me flip this. You got a white boy. He wears rebel flags. Got long, dirty hair. Playing quarterback for the, you know what I'm saying?
That's not the same.
Oh, no, hold up. Pete, hold up, though. But he's running like, no, I'm going to wear my rebel flag on the field on Sunday.
That's so
Pete,
different.
Hold up, though. Hold up. No, let me
so
finish.
Different.
Let me kick it real.
I'm going to let you rock that.
I ain't been funny enough, man. But look. And then Jerry Jones or whoever said, hey, man, you got to cut that off. You can't, I can't have sellers out here, man. No, I'm keeping mine, Jerry. The NFL bans him. Is that racist? It's the same shit.
But look, it's not the same because of the shirt. Really, the fucking rebel flag is such a divisive thing, man. Come on, Kunta Kinte, that ain't nowhere near
man
the divisiveness of a motherfucking rebel flag, bro.
Yeah, but the point was made just to let you know on some mature shit. Dude, you can't. If once you fired, you're fired.
And then when they give you an opportunity to come back. And, you know, they say, okay, you know what? We're willing to see where you actually stand with this and see if you're capable of still participating and being productive. And then you go and you make these moves. I mean, it just doesn't look like you really want to play football. It looked like he really wanted attention. And like I said, to be trusted, I mean, you still got to be trusted. Before somebody hires you, you know, there's got to be some, you know, terms of agreement that has to be established. And I just feel like he's just playing games, and if he really wants to play, it's like he's putting too much effort into, you know, they're going to hire him on these terms and they're going to hire him on that term. I just think that he should have went, performed, and put it in their hands, and odds are somebody was going to put him in position to have a position. I just think he played himself on this one.
Okay, so the term that I've been hearing tossed around is kowtow. He should kowtow and do things the way they were asking him to, even though it was different, and he felt like, you know, saying his team, his lawyers, everybody, his squad, his team. It wasn't just Collin Kapernick himself saying, "Oh, you know what?" No, his team looked at the paperwork and was like, "Nah, this is different shit here." They were on some other shit. They was like, "Whoa." Let's adjust the paperwork, and the NFL signed this shit. And the NFL said, hell no.
Well, let's not negate the fact of still.
What?
They gave him $10 million.
That didn't have nothing to do with this, though. But it didn't have nothing to do with this, though.
I understand all that. But if you take that money saying, all right, man, so I ain't going to bother you no more.
No, that's not what. No.
That's the reality of it.
He's not going to bother them no more about keeping them out of playing football.
You know, at that point, he ain't played in 2 years. It's been 4 now. He's not going to the NFL. He took the money.
And I think at some point...
This is wrong, man. You have valid points, but what he's doing is wrong, too.
I think that he was in a position... You know, this thing with Jay-Z, you know, that's the part that kind of aggravates me because, you know, he I don't know to say that he's kind of like, what's the middle boss man kind of, you know, I don't want it to be all racial, but, you know, let's go get this brother to negotiate everything in between, and he's going to fill it in where it looks good for both sides. We're going to pay him to make it look good.
You talking about Jigga, right?
Yeah, I am sick.
It's something.
It's just something uncomfortable about how he's...
Because they said he had something to do with this whole tryout. Like right. Jigga pushed this, so...
Yeah. Shouldn't his ability be what they want to see? Jigga shouldn't be, since they've given Jigga this position in the NFL, the entertainment position, and he's into the sports agency aspect of things. I mean, I'm just not comfortable with him being my middleman, the guy who's he's twisting the just everything to some degree. I don't want to hear his name involved with everything, and I kind of do. That's my problem with this whole thing. I just wanted it to be Kaepernick go out, perform, give the best product that he could, get some rapport with the NFL, boom, get a job, and now he has got something accomplished. Right now, we're still in never, never, nothing land.
We're going to come right back after this. Give me 1 second. Hey. All right, we're going to keep it moving. They don't want to deal with Cap. Cap, I'm with you, though, baby, for real. You keep on pushing it, goddamn, for real. Anyway, y'all know that it was the big fight that went down the other day in the Pitt Ohio game, Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Nah, y'all all saw the fight. Everybody saw the fight. We'll play the fight on the background. Boom. You saw the fight. Okay. Now, my question is, this right out the gate, why didn't Rudolph, the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, get suspended and he started the fight? Nick, I'm going to go with you.
I think these little stories are good for NFL. I mean, it's just... The NFL can say they don't like violence and all that, but that's what sells that game. They know it's a violent game. They're going to always, like Lama Kasu years ago, they're going to always pick a bad boy out of you and say, we're promoting a violent sport. You need to watch it. So, it's just unfortunate they're going to do the brother like that, but it happens every year, man. Somebody gets done wrong in the NFL. For real.
But do you think that the quarterback should be suspended for? He was trying to jerk old boy's helmet off and kicking him in the groin at the same time.
Yeah, I think that. I think
at least the game.
At least the game. If he got into it initially, both of them should be into it. That would be the fair thing to do.
That'd be the fair thing to do. But due to the fact that the big black bully took a helmet and tried to hit the tiny little scary little guy, because this big bully swung a helmet and hit him in the head. Now, they didn't start this thing out like it should be. First of all, it was initiated by the quarterback, and then we had some excessive violence displayed in front of us. Now, due to the fact that he only initiated the violence, should he be overlooked? No, he should be dealt with. He should be dealt with on the level. The fact is, this would have never happened if he wouldn't have pushed this. And because the intent that he had by going after the other dude's helmet shows me he is
about the quarterback.
The quarterback is just as dangerous with his intent as the guy swinging the helmet, but we understand the difference. If he would have got hit with the crown of that helmet, he could be in any kind of life-threatening situation. But you gotta look at it from a perspective of the aggressor, over-aggressor, gets all the attention. No. We need to knock every aspect of this out, and starting from the beginning. And because he was the fragile, little, scary quarterback, no. He deserves.
So why didn't he get none? Why didn't he get no punishment? I mean, he got a fine. They said he got a fine. I don't even know the number, but he didn't get suspended.
I don't know. I'm not going to go with a black and white thing on this, But I mean, he is the only one that didn't. So I mean, I
How
hate
can
making
you not? I mean, it's the black guys are getting suspended and the white
because
guy
the black
didn't.
guy was so aggressive, dangerously aggressive. So it takes away from that. So I mean, in my mind, I'm not going to make it a black or white thing, but I mean, just out of general respect for every player in the league, there should be some consequences for the moves that he made, and the move he made was dangerous.
Okay, so if he would have hit him with the crown of the helmet, that's the whole thing. If he would have did that, but he didn't. We could also go all the way back to if that quarterback would have got that dude's helmet off of him first.
But that's my point.
See what I'm saying?
That's my whole point. I mean, I feel as though he initiated a dangerous situation to start the.
Well, I'm still asking the question: how do you think they came up with these punishments?
Well, I mean,
What do
you got a big.
I'm about to go there.
He didn't want to go there. He said it's not black and white.
You got a gorilla out here swinging a baseball bat, hitting people in the head, hitting small children in the head. Because I mean, in my eyes, that's the only thing that I can see why. If this would have been Michael Vick on the bottom trying to pull somebody's head.
I was about to go there. Come on.
If he was down there trying to pull somebody's helmet off, Michael Vick would have been suspended. So I'm not sure why this fella. And as far as the way these young men conduct themselves on the field, these fellas all have clean backgrounds. I mean, they're good guys. So one made a more aggressive move than the other, but one gets nothing, the other one, I mean, literally nothing, and the other one gets almost a definite suspension. Roger Goodell says that he needs to come remorseful and he needs to bow down. Bow down all the way to the ground. Kiss the ring. And I think it's a little bit unfair. I think, one more time, there should be less punishment on Garrett's part and more punishment on Rudolph's part. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think there should be that big of a gap on punishment.
I think them niggas all in the league should sit down for that player. Like, we ain't playing. Y'all gonna do them like this.
You'd be protesting every week, though, Nick. Because, I mean, every week there's something to get uptight about when it comes down to that.
Not like this, though. Not like this.
Shoot,
When you
the
got
black man who crucified him. You watch the talk shows, all the black men were basically like,
well, you got one or two black men that crucify on a level that almost make me feel like if though they are house guys.
House
guys.
House
guys. And then you have the ones that have sense with the fact that they saw a troublesome act. And it has to be addressed. But then you have those one or two guys out there, like Jameis Winston. The things they said about Jameis Winston, the black guys, even the white guys didn't go to the extreme to say.
None of them ever do. No, the white dudes never. Max was the only person I even heard say something about the quarterback starting the whole thing.
He was after him. He was like, he needs to be suspended
he was
too.
The only one. All the other dudes, from Stephen A. to I don't know who other.
Max is the realest nigga on the network.
He is. I'm sorry, he is. So, oh gosh, I about went brain farted. Jesus. The fines. No, I'm sorry. I'm gone. Y'all come with it.
They good.
Shit, yeah.
but the support from the cast. I mean, the support from the broadcasters, the black broadcasters. It is so extreme. I mean, the reality of the situation, you have some guys that say, this is a good young man that made a bad move. And then you got two or three of those guys that literally want to use the N-word, and he need to be slayed in front of the stoned and stuff.
What happens every year? So let's not act like we knew this shit.
No, it's not, because
somewhere
the
every year
thing really took
somewhere
me
every year. I'm gonna put a different spin on. I think more the corporate people behind it is like, yo, we can't have these niggas out here. You're just not gonna slam no Tom Brady to the ground. I'm talking about the corporate aspect of the people that promote that got to say so in the NFL product, like the Pizza Huts, the Papa John's. I mean, these Pepsi commercials. They can be like, yo, man, y'all better,
lighten the load up on them people. Let's move on.
You know what I'm saying?
It was said and done. Let's get moving.
So the ones that was talking about, he should have been escorted out of the field in handcuffs. He should be criminally charged. He had assault right there. I heard cats on the TV saying outlandish shit,
man. Them
bro.
dudes is making good money. They comfortable. They getting a little pension. I mean, I'm not even mad at them dudes. I respect it. They Uncle Tom.
They Uncle
You
Tom.
see clearly. What are you mad at?
I'm not mad. I'm just saying.
What up with? I love Master. That nigga wrong. He running. That nigga running. He running, Master.
Randolph.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
how
can we be mad?
Should go to bat for Garrett based off of the punishment that are put in place.
Who should? Rudolph should go to bat?
Yeah, he should go bat for him. He already said that, he's a good guy. He knows that was a heat of the moment. But he should really, when it comes time to go see the commissioner, he should be there saying, I played the key part into this to put this man in jeopardy like that, and you should pull up off of him.
Shit, they said that he was talking about, and I don't know if it's, this was one of the reporters saying, I don't know, just what I think. Come on. They were saying this dude done went and probably got lawyers talking about trying to get charges pressed against him for assault.
I think
so they pushed back on the suspensions and shit so that he wouldn't go that far to make it this big of a stint. And I said, it's a stretch. I hope that ain't what it was, because either way, it's a little bit of a stretch. But still, without saying it was a black and white thing, something happened to where they said, you know what, we're not going to give you that much because, we're not even going to look at what happened here. We're just going to look at what happened after the fact. I mean, and that's how they judge it.
That's not fair.
That's not fair at all. Not fair at all. Right. Not fair at all.
So, and like I said, that's one of those things, like I said, when you see the gorilla jumping on the shaky little fella, scary little fella, I mean, what mode do you go in that you go away from the policies that are in place? And I think this whole thing was not delegated to the degree that it would be if it would have been an all-black situation.
They fired that nigga. And they told all the other niggas, slam another white boy, it's going to happen to you. That's the reality of it.
There it is.
So you're saying that they're going to make an example out of him?
No, he got crucified in front of all the other niggas. You know how they used to hang him on the tree and whoop him? That's what they did.
We're going to take a break on that note right there.
Boy, make good money. Back. They ain't cutting up, Dusty.
It's crazy.